Hello everybody, we're here for the next part of the Vault 88 DLC of Fallout 4, Episode 3, Part 3, whatever I'm calling it. Last week we actually uploaded all the max affinity for the Kate dialogue, because of course, like I've said before, we are a little bit ahead of this in the recording, because honestly, I don't know how much I makes it into a video, because I may speed things up, slow things down, cut something out, because it's me running for 20 minutes. So I like to play a little bit ahead. That way, I have enough footage. So I've done all the Vault DLC, and I went ahead just so I had something for episode 21 when the DLC is over. And I went ahead and decided to go do her little side quest to finish off her story. So of course that means it finished off her affinity. So we went ahead and actually dropped that video last week. So we had it over with. That way we can go ahead and move on to the next one. We haven't decided quite yet if we're going to go get Carrie, which would be good, because it's yet another vault we could go find out what's going on. Because we're trying to find news of the Institute also. We're trying to be with the Minutemen and help people. So that kind of would make sense, because I believe with the vault, you find Carrie and you're trying to help them. I think with it's a mole rat disease. That's what it was. We could go do that. If not, we could go pick up McCready, because I know he's in Good Neighbor. But we'll figure it out wherever we decide to go. You've reached level 50. All right. Yeah, building helps level up a lot, especially in survival. It's also why I like to keep on my power armor, because the helmet gives me more intelligence and I get more experience this way. Well, my first playthrough, I completely scrapped everything all out here. You're supposed to actually for materials. You got wood, ceramic, steel, concrete. Especially when you take out those machinery like the forklift back there, and the loaders and all this other stuff. But this time around, I want to keep those pieces, those vault pieces they had an idea for, and build on them. Now, either one, if it'll let me, I'm going to take the ones that are off by themselves and snap them in. But if they're just like the stationary ones that don't move, I'll just scrap them and do my own thing. But I'm actually thinking of putting the reactor down here, away from the main part of the vault. And by that, yeah, we already have one reactor, but I want to build the big one. The one that makes 500, power. That's the one where when we finish the DLC, we can go to all of our settlements we've been to and upgrade their power, which would be great, because when we drop that somewhere, we can go scrap all of our generators in, I believe, pretty much every area we've made. And in some cases, it'll actually let us maybe build a couple extra things, so we can kind of tweak it, make things a little better. And in some cases where we've kind of cheaped it and maxed it out and deleted some wires 20,000 times, it might break even. We'll have to see. If it lets us build extra, that'll be helpful. But I know for sure there's all the build videos we've done. Actually, at the end of this video, not only we're going to have episode 2 of this playthrough, but I'm actually going to throw up our Abernathy farm build, because I haven't put that one up enough. And I like the Abernathy farm. It was fun. And see, we still got a build video to do for Tin Pine Bluffs, but I was waiting to get the electricity here, just because it'll make builds a lot easier. But I didn't want to start off the game like that, because of course you're at a high enough level. But see, we're learning as we're building. We didn't put walls in Sanctuary. We put walls on Oberland. We put walls on Sunshine. We put walls on Red Rocket. I don't want to do it with Tin Pines either. There's a fence around Abernathy, but not a complete wall. So see, not everybody's going to go with that. These freaking things are everywhere. Oh well. Every 10 shots from this shotgun, I lose a pound of weight. I can carry more stuff. Yeah. If you haven't checked it out yet, definitely don't forget to go down and hit that subscribe button. Because we try to do a Minecraft Monday. We try to do Okami Wednesdays if I get time. I didn't this week. I actually made a Fortnite video. Definitely go check that out. There we go. That's what we need. We're doing this little side quest where you have to find the control boards to use the other workshops, which let you build in these areas too. Which we did download the mod that lets us extends the build area from the vault door all the way out to the cave entrance. So I could put like a person out there to guard. I could put a turret out there, you know, spotlights, stuff like that. But it also makes our build limit infinite. And the only reason I thought I could kind of get away with it was this is a big area, and it just seemed like, you know, it was meant to be built a lot in, but their build limit is garbage. Because you pretty much like, oh, I'll build it. No. It sucks. You can't build much of anything, which is retarded. Because you're supposed to be able to be building a vault, which is big. The only reason I got it was, this is an area you load into. So it's not on the main world. Like, if you start doing that, I won't download the mod that'll let me do that with every settlement. Because if I start overflowing too many settlements, the whole game's going to get laggy, because it's going to be like, especially if you got all these turrets moving, people, all that stuff going cuckoo, it ain't going to work. It's going to go bad. Let's see, we got to get, remember we got one already at the other video. We need 2 more control boards, and then we can go actually move on to the main part where we actually meet the people that want to join the vault. Because remember, we turned the radio beacon on. Yes, I know I leveled up. We're waiting for people to show up and hear the video. But look, I'm down there. It's alright. I didn't want you guys to, literally, I was walking around looking and like, what's going on? Like a dummy. And the thing was right in front of my face. I walked past like 12 times. I was like, we're just going to have to cut that out. And I mean, just so you guys see, I'm level 50. I've got power armor. I'm still taking a freaking beating from things. It is insane. I see the build size is gone. There's nothing filled up because it's pretty much infinite. Oh my goodness. I'm glad scorpions are not this big. Oh, goodness. Let's just take a little bit of chems and still repeatedly run backwards. And continue to run backwards. Oh. See, they're as bad as mole rats because they can burrow. So they're hidden for a second. And then they just pop up out of nowhere and they're just like, hi, I'm a scorpion. I'm going to sting you in the face. Freaking, it's like fighting a freaking car. Alright, here we go. Take out the easier ones. You're parched from lack of water. Yeah, that seems about right. And I got 2 pieces of armor broken. Which is another reason I like. Excuse me. Which is another reason I actually like the power armor. It's something I have to repair and maintain, which means I have to find the resources for it. Which it makes me a little aggravated that they did that, got rid of that with armor and guns, because that's the main thing that's supposed to degrade. My power armor, as it takes hits, falls apart. It breaks. In the other Fallout games, that's what stuff did. Every time your armor got hit, it broke. You started using your guns, it broke. Especially in New Vegas when you had different ammos. Apparently this led to what looks like a bookstore or a general store. It looks like a book return machine is what I'm thinking that. I mean, it could just be a bookstore that has one of those. No, that's a vending machine. Oh, I think I have overdue books. Yeah, because see, we still got, I'm trying to remember how many experiments it actually goes through and does. There's a bike. Yeah, let's see, soda machine, the phoroptic eye exam thing, and the slot machine. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I don't think that they'll, well, I know for sure one of them's going to take a whole video. Because you have to go get the ingredients for one of the tests. So I'm pretty, that's going to take up a whole one. So we're probably looking at least what, even if we did one video for each of them, this is 3. So I mean, what, you're looking at 4, 5, 6, 7 plus a build video. I don't want to release the build video until the end of that because I don't want to ruin what it looks like. You're seeing it slowly progress now, so in the end I want to walk you through it all. The Commonwealth? Where does it take us? Well, let's see. Sorry, I had to go get something to stand on. Apparently I was a little short there where I had my TV. Look, keep yawning. This is what I need right here. Need a coffee, size of my butt. Found this online. University Point. Okay. So it was like a bookstore for like a college. That makes some sense. But we got some pretty good distance there underground. So yeah, like I said, it should be about 7. Like I don't want to do the build video because then you'll see, of course, where I placed everything. I want you to find that out as it happens. But at the same time, I kind of like, want you guys to watch as the vault gets built slowly. I mean, because you've seen it, nothing, and then, oh, it's emptiness here, let me add this. It's because that's what you're going to see. You're going to be like, oh, look, I'm going to have it literally shift like that. You'll see where there's a doorway. And then, basically, I open the door and you just see dirt or rock or whatever's in front of it. I'm going to transition it. It'll be what I built. I'll edit all that out because I literally looked. When there was a video I had, a recording was like an hour of literally me building random stuff, trying to get pieces to work together, and I was like, I cannot just sit there and do that. That'd be too long of a build video. So we're gonna have just a tour of the vault. Because when I got done, it was what, 3 stories in the main room, and then they kept going pretty far. So yeah. We're definitely going to do it. And I think I even made it to where it could be continued afterwards. But that way we can move on to the next 10 episodes. Then we can go to Nuka World. And we can take Preston with us. Except in my regular playthrough, I joined because I wanted the trophies. I joined the Raiders. I feel ill. I have weakness. I'm well rested, but I feel ill. But I wanted all the trophies, and that means you have to join the Raiders and go back to the Commonwealth, and you got to take over places and plant flags and all that hoopla, which works great if you want the silver. Also makes Preston not talk to you ever. So if, oh, I'm sorry, he will talk. He'll just be like, I can't believe what you did. But I mean, if you do the radio stuff at the castle, you serious? Everywhere I go, come here. I want you to taste Lucille. I'm going to bash you with a bat. Come here. I want to see me hit something other than that one so far person that it's worked on. I just want to see someone just go flying. Obviously, my luck is just garbage. I just don't want to raise my luck up a lot and break the game because it'd be like, oh look, you get criticals all the time. I mean, it would suck. Ugh. Sorry for the sniffles. I was getting over a cold. Another reason why I was just like, Fortnite instead of Okami because it just seemed easier. And it was showing you a challenge for the next week anyways. In case some people needed help with them. Because I cannot stand time trials. They get annoying. But, yeah, see, this was more of a, hey, go adventure around and see. We're also collecting supplies, which is one of the things she told us. Yeah, go look for supplies. I'll wait for people to show up. Because, see, we haven't even met anyone yet to join. Yeah, see, it's just tearing stuff up. There we go. See, like, it's a little store we built. It just comes out here downhill. Technically, we could build all here, too. But we still have to go, we have to go find one more control board. Remember at the end of the other video we found one, that was our second we found a while ago. We still got one more to find before we can actually be like, alright, because by then enough time should pass, plus we're resting here and there. enough time should pass so that we can, people should start showing up. I believe we got the message that said people were there. Like, they're starting to show up, so when we get done with all this, we can actually go up to the main part of the vault, which it's one of those weird quests. Technically, the way it works is the game has already spawned NPCs, and they're all just standing there in line. Because I don't remember if it's like 3, 4. There's a set number of people. It'll basically, there's a certain number of NPCs that'll just generate them. And then, except for one, I know one storyline has to be there. Basically, they're just, and so is Barston. They're all just kind of wait. It's one of those things when you get in the vicinity, they'll all just start jibber jabber. One of those fun things. So until I walk into the vicinity, which I believe when you go, the one door that was already there when you went down into the vault, I believe once you go through there and go up towards the door is when they start going. I just want to get rid of all this. I don't want to start building anything and have to worry about people fighting off those radiated mole rats, legendary ones, or like the last video when we fought the giant robot. I don't want to deal with that because I exactly what's going to happen. So and so, whoever is going to die. Especially since this is survival, people can die. If no one helps, Kate right now, it says she's down and I just leave the area. Yeah, I mean, she'll go back to hot springs. But if she keeps getting attacked, from what I've read, it basically says eventually once they take so much more damage, they'll die. Think of it like Fortnite. I know everyone plays the game nowadays. Whenever you get hit and you drop down and you're on the ground crawling, you get a second health bar. When that goes to 0, you're dead. I mean, in this game, her health isn't slowly going down while she's waiting for you to save her. Because there's been a couple times where I didn't leave the area, I just fought people for 20, 30 minutes because they just kept showing up. And I had to run and heal and hide and heal and drink water and eat a freaking candy bar in the middle of all that so I didn't get too hungry. Stuff like that. But from what I've read is, yeah, they can, if they keep getting hit, they can just straight up die. Which would suck. So far, I know Preston's at Sanctuary and he's not dead. Piper's not dead. Kate's not dead. And Cogsworth. I like how that's just been sitting the whole time holding that up. I'm like, yeah, I got it. See, we gotta find the last one. Even though it has an arrow there, it's like, hey, no, you need that control board, so you need to go find it. Yeah, thanks. I guess we'll have to go look for it. Fusion core removed. Whatever, that means I lose a pound. Because yes, I downloaded a mod that reduces the weight from 4 pounds to 1.75. Basically, I just think of it as I have the Mark II models. It's around here somewhere. Ah, see, there we go. I've already been down here shooting people. And apparently when I went over the other thing, it basically told me, hey, no, you're a dummy. See, I don't like that it put an arrow there. I wish I could have actually looked and not been like, oh. Like, do like other games. You have an arrow that tells you what vicinity it's in, but when you get near it, it like disappears. And it's just like, you still gotta kind of figure it out. Come on. Oh my goodness. Now when we get done with this playthrough, and we do our nothing but like ghoul playthrough, where it's like zombies everywhere, we can replace everything with the different mods with ghouls. I do want to know if y'all want me to still try to do any DLCs with people replaced as ghouls, because it does say it can break the game, as in certain quests can't be finished because people don't exist. But I think the mod did say named NPCs aren't affected, because they don't spawn, like they don't respawn like raiders. You know, they're not raider psychos, and they're not all this other stuff. They're, you know, what is it? They actually have a physical name. It's set to spawn them there once. They don't keep showing up. If I go back to the slag works, you know, they're not all gonna be in that molten metal room. There'll be more like forged people, yeah, or more rust devils and stuff like that. See, that's what I need to find, because the mod I have replaces raiders and gunners, but it doesn't do much on DLCs. So I'm wondering how that'll work. Be cool, because then I know I can replace animals. I don't want to do that. They would still be there. I'm just dropping ghouls in that'll kill everything faster. Be fun. Now, there we go. We got the thing for it. We can finally do what we need to do. Yeah, we can now start scrapping the heck out of everything. Pretty much. We can start tearing all this stuff apart. See, look at that. All those ingredients. See? There we go. We finished it. We're so close to left. Like that much. Like that much. It's alright. It's okay. We're gonna be alright about it. And I haven't been showing much of the scrapping, but I kind of wanted you to see where I was at back there, because just like the other place where we were able to remove something as we unlock that, there's an area here as well that does the same thing. So you have to kind of go back. You don't have to do this. You don't have to scrap everything. I'm just doing it to make it look nicer and neater. But some of the stuff you scrap is not gonna give you. Well, it will give you stuff, but there's things to unlock. See, there's another. Just like the other one we got. It had that door that they'd set up so, you know, they could get in and out, but you couldn't. See? It's like the place looks like people would stay in. There's a food-o-matic machine, boxes, shelves. See, I mean, it has literally no purpose. See? Oh, look, makeshift battery. Boom. And look, we come over here. Oh, yeah, pistol. Alright, items. I mean, I'm pretty sure those are randomly generated based on my level, but I mean, come on. It's nice to be able to do that. And look, we got a ladder right there, so it's another way out of here. So there's more than one way in and out of the vault, which means we got to be careful about where we place our defenses, because that means what if somebody just... We saw that the other one was literally a door from a bookstore. Someone could just walk in and go through the tunnels. Milton General Hospital. So see, someone could... That was a manhole cover. Somebody could just pop down in there and be like, where does this go? Also, while we're up here... Yeah, I know, it was a little dark time, but I wanted to wait for a little bit and show you this mod that I got. I find it very useful. I wouldn't do it a lot because it does add things to the game that you cannot remove. But every now and then I think it's kind of fun to just do that. Campfire. It makes me think of New Vegas, where you can have campfire. See, workshop, transfer. You don't really want to transfer things, but the workshop mode is specific items for, you know. See, and you can scrap something, but you can't scrap everything. See, I can put a sleeping bag down, mattress, tents. A tent counts as a sleeping bag, so you can only sleep for 3 hours. But I mean, it's kind of cool, because what would people most likely do? You're not gonna just drop it, you know. You're not gonna build a whole big old bed with a frame and everything every time you stop. You don't have time. You don't have the resources for that all the time. Look, that takes 5 cloth, a piece of steel. Most likely the piece of steel is the one that's bent all weird. Cloth. So you got your weird looking tents, because they're not all going to come out pretty like that. A water pump. If I had, and this is, since it's not a settlement, I can't link everything out. This is based on what I have in my inventory. I have the shipments, but at the same time, you notice I couldn't put a water pump. Yeah, they did put a cabin in there, which, I mean, it's some wood, it's brick. And that's what I'm saying, you know, you got to be careful, because this is definitely a way to break your game, because you could add so much extra crap to it. Whenever you first go to play it, you know, that first loading screen that sometimes takes a while to see shipment of wood removed. You got to think about it, you know. If it's taking a while for that first loading screen to go for a while, and the rest don't, or it maybe does, it might be because you got too much crap on the world. That's what I'm saying. I have 2 of these because I wanted to show you guys. There's a couple of places I think it'd be neat to just throw a campfire at and make like a little home at, or like a little base. You know, because see, look, that guy looked in there, man. It's like, oh look, build a little cabin, throw some mattresses in there. You know, it looks cool. It even says like there, I can only build 1 more. See, I can scrap that because they put some things in there for you to scrap. Things you would find in other settlements are scrappable. And see, I can't scrap that because I don't really know the area. It also, see, it doesn't show me how far I could go to build. And the only way I would find out is if I walked until it said you're out of the area. It's kind of also kind of hacking the game and telling it I'm there. So, and see, that would make sense. What if you did set up tents to sleep in, threw some lamps down because you were inside that building scavenging? Maybe, you know, you don't want to sleep in there because how safe is it? Yeah, you might be going through there scavenging, but who's to say, you know, it's not someone else's home, or there's super mutants, ghouls, rad roaches, mole rat, whatever. You're more safe outside until you know for sure that it's safe. Because what if you set up a camp in there and then come to find out you only went through half the building? Now you're trapped in there. This way, you kind of have like a little base. Maybe somebody built that cabin, you know. Maybe every day they had a chance, they worked on it. Maybe a week or so went by, you weren't done. There's so much good stuff. That's when we were look at the dirt pile. You've literally been taking out filing cabinets, throwing stuff out, basically trying to clean it up, thinking, it's a building, I can stay there. So look, there you go. You took some extra wood you've been finding. Maybe you found bricks and you're just like, I'm bored. And maybe you're just like, look, I don't want to go in there today. I don't feel like fighting stuff. I'm just gonna, get bored, build a house. Maybe more people showed up. Start a little, community off of it. That trader keeps coming by. And you're like, hey, you looking to buy certain specific stuff? And I got mountains of crap over here. Of course, he's not gonna want a filing cabinet. But the drawers, well, I would say they could catch water. They could hold. You could use them to hold things, and store stuff if they weren't all bent up. Maybe that's why they're over there, because they suck. You need steel for certain things. Maybe you're scrapping them so you can build other stuff. That's what I like about it. There's so many role-playing aspects of it. And when you're done with the building, you have all that cool stuff. You could scrap your tents, or you can leave them out there for people. Hey, somebody wants to come on by. You got a cabin, you got tents. Hey, you can come on by. We have people we have on the roof. Maybe we put up some turrets or whatever. Well, then think about it. Okay. So we put up this. There's defenses. Maybe somebody gives you a cap to sleep in a tent. But the fact is, they're outside sleeping in a tent. Maybe you make a cap up. They want to sleep in that cabin. 5 caps. Something cheap. And it's one of those. They're getting protected. People would be like, wait a minute. I could just constantly pay you this. It's like, yeah. It doesn't matter. It's okay. Uh-oh. Because of different things. It'd be something like, Alright, now that we went back down the little manhole, kind of tunnel thing back through here. Before we actually end the video, and of course the next one we're going to start back on the main quest where we actually have to go meet the vault residents, or the new people, to bring them into the vault. We can start on the experiments. I wanted to show you this. And yeah, I'm running around in the build mode because I was scrapping what I could, because I'm trying to remember where this nest was, because it's for a deathclaw. It's always a deathclaw. And like, I know for the rat scorpions and mole rats, everything, we came across like the limestone, the concrete, the rock walls. We were scrapping those and they would just pop up, which was annoying. But I try to save this for last because it's a deathclaw. So I was hoping I'd get some levels off of maybe building from the vault, which I did. Fighting all the other enemies, which I did. Which is, points I could put towards anything as I'm learning. See that mole rat? If I already killed it, I'd have got 2 meat. See, that's 1. It's because that's right there. It's like I said, it's like a nest. It always will spawn a deathclaw. I'm not sure if it's always the legendary glowing Deathclaw, like this one is, but I know it's always a Deathclaw. Perfect thing when they're legendary, when they mutate, and all of their health gets filled up, and all their stats get boosted, and they get stronger. Your jet is one of. Well, before I take more jet, I'm going to see how many bullets I can pump into this freaking glowing idiot before I have to take more, because when he gets near my face, I'm going to take some and then run like a baby, because it's a Deathclaw. Ooh, he's going to rip my face off. Or I'm going to kill it and get a +1 strength, +1 endurance. Alright. Yeah. And I gain the level off that. But, of course, you know, the Steady just loves doing fun stuff like that. And if you like their stuff, definitely give it a like. If you like these videos, definitely give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see the next episode we're going to put out next Saturday. Bye.